General.
At ease, gentlemen. Now, as you all know, we were hit by what we think was a Covenant EMP dead on 0100 hours last night. Facilities will not be running anywhere near full capacity within the next month or so.
Sir, surely we could just use the backup generators. They've stored reserves for years and run an isolated circuit. There's no way they could have been affected by the EMP.
Correct, but the power from those reserves have been diverted to recharge vehicle batteries and turrets. As you probably know, the reserves stored are but a fraction of what we need for all the vehicles. So even after having their power partially restored, they won't be running at full capacity either.
So, do you know what we're dealing with, sir?
Yes. Just before we were hit by the pulse, radars picked up a significant amount of radiation. Then for a short time, we were reading what looked like a small Covenant fleet, capable of holding up to 400,000 Covenant infantry. I've brought you three here because you have the most experience against these bastards, and you have the finest teams I've ever seen.
I don't get it. Why would the Covenant come here? We're in the middle of an intergalactic war stationed on a tiny, almost non-existent planet, and they send half an armada here to wipe us out?
They're here for Ezra, Colonel. She has a huge amount of information on the UNSC, especially Reach. For a long time, this research facility has been kept a secret. Guess not anymore. I suggest you all break the news to your men immediately after this meeting. We're going to war, gentlemen, and I need every last one of you to be strong.
Sir, with all due respect, we have less than 200 men stationed on this entire planet. Have you called any of the surrounding colonies for backup?
Well, for one, Colonel, we've been hit by an EMP, so how do you suggest we contact these colonies, seeming that our main comm satellites are down? For two, do you not think the Covenant would have been anticipating us calling for help by using our backup generators? In fact, they've already set up a small spire which is jamming every single broadcast we try to send out. So it looks like we're just to stand our ground and fight.
Sir, you are aware that there is a self-destruct sequence built into Ezra's core systems. Defending her is suicide. Why not activate the self-destruct and leave this planet? That way, my men don't die for nothing, and the Covenant won't get their hands on any intel.
Once again, O'Neill, we've been hit by an EMP. How do you expect to transport every single man off this planet?
As you said, refuel and recharge as many vehicles as we can. That'll be enough to evacuate at least 60% of us.
God damn it, O'Neill! Quit your stubborn attitude and follow the orders that are given to you. We do not leave men behind. We either all leave or we all stay. I will have you shot for deserting if you even step 1 foot outside of UNSC territory, and I will also have you shot if you ever speak out of turn again in my presence. Do I make myself clear?
Well, it's better than dying for no reason.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Yes, sir, I understand. So, what will you have us do?
Okay. Rhodes, you and your team will head out and hit the spire in the near future. It's likely that the Covenant have set up a small defense around the perimeter, so I suggest you conduct a quiet sabotage. I believe you're familiar with taking out these structures, so I'll spare you details on what to do.
Affirmative.
O'Neill, when needed, I'll call your team back to headquarters when the Covenant are pressing hard enough. We need to defend Ezra at all costs, and I trust in your team not to fail me. I'll be standing by your side at this point. If the firepower gets too heavy, nuclear fallout bunkers will be open for you and your men. That applies to all of you. If you fear your team is at risk, head for the bunkers.
But sir, the entrance to those bunkers is one way. There's no getting out once we're in.
Don't you worry, Woods. I've programmed Ezra to remotely open them when it's safe. You'll be fine. And Woods, you and your team will defend the entrance to Alpha Base. We've deployed heavy weapons and vehicles in the area to mislead the Covenant. They might just buy that you're guarding our main research stations. If you feel that the fire's too much, I've left a Falcon for you and your team in the walls. Fall back to headquarters, find O'Neill, and help him.
Understood, sir.
Right, men. Any questions? Dismissed. Except for you, Major. I need a word. Look, we have to hit this spire as soon as possible.
Any time is fine for me and my men as long as we have the necessary supplies, sir.
Good, I was thinking you could have the job done before the day's over. I've arranged transport for you to leave in 2 hours.
Would you say that's a bit, risky, sir? It'll be broad daylight, and any Covenant patrols will spot us easily. It'll be almost impossible to get anywhere near the spire's core. How would you expect us to sabotage it?
Well, Do you think you're a good leader, Major?
I suppose so, sir.
Would you say your men trust you with their lives?
Yes, sir.
And do you trust your men with your life?
Yes, sir, I do, but this mission is near suicidal.
Look, Rhodes, I'm not going to repeat this. If we delay the attack any longer, we're going to lose any element of surprise we already had. Covenant forces will grow around that spire. We won't be able to destroy it. Therefore, we won't be able to call for backup. And if we can't call for backup, Major, we all die. Your men die. You want that, Major?
No, sir.
Good. Falcon and a Warthog was all I could manage. Best of luck, soldier. Godspeed.
Rhodes! Hang on a second. I hear General Hammond's sending you on a raid.
Yeah, you got that right.
At this hour? In this light? That's suicide.
Yeah, you got that right as well.
So, how are you going to take the spire?
I've split my men in two. The General hoped for us to launch an assault on it with a Falcon and a Jeep simultaneously, but I doubt we'll be able to push through the Covenant defenses with such little firepower. I've stolen a second Falcon and ditched the Warthog. We'll fly halfway there, then walk the rest so we don't come in range of any Covenant radars. My captain's leading the other half of the team. He's going to attempt to sneak around the back, find an easy access point to the spire. I suppose I'll lead my men through the weak point somewhere at the front, if I can find one. We'll make our way to the top of the spire and rendezvous with the second squad. Then we'll plant the C-12 to the core and hitch a ride from the Falcon. That is, if it can plow its way through the dozens of Covenant anti-air batteries that'll be waiting for it.
You seem pessimistic, Major. What's the problem?
It's just... we're facing almost a battalion of Covenant with less than 15 men in broad daylight. There's no doubt these aliens would anticipate a raid like this. I've been on similar offensives before, and these communication jammers are not lightly defended. I would happily lead my men into this kamikaze if there was a chance of success, but the sabotage is hopeless. My men will die in vain, O'Neill. There's nothing I can do to change that.
Sir, we're ready to go.
Okay, Corporal. I'll be there in a second. Goodbye, Colonel. It's been an honor.
Goodbye, Major. I'll see you when you get back.
Let's go, boys.